Excuse me. Technical difficulties. Okay. Oh, yeah. Good morning. I love you. I love you too, Spirit. I love you so much. Another wake-up call. I don't know what we're gonna read about, but Spirit had me wake up. I was dreaming, but I woke up to pee, and then I was sitting, and I said in my head, I love you, Spirit. And then I heard a little buzz go off on my phone, so I got up and I looked at it, and it was 444. And I was like, oh, okay. So I knew they wanted me to get up. My name is Patience. I'm your psychic intuitive host of Spirit News on Spotify. We do have a brand new episode if you want to check that out. It's about who am I versus who am I to become. And we are here doing a psychic development read. God woke me up at 444. Said, come on, let's do a quick one. I said, okay. I said, what's it going to be about? They said, just open a book. So I'll open the Bible. Thank you so much, Spirit. Please tell me what you want me to know. The explanation of the parable of the weeds. The rejection of Nazareth. Okay. Then dismissing the crowds, he went into the house. His disciples approached him and said, explain to us the parable of the weeds in the field. He said in reply, He who sows good seed is the Son of Man.
Moving closer.
The field is the world. The good seed, the children of the kingdom. The weeds are the children of the evil one. And the enemy who sows them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the age, and the harvesters are angels. Just as weeds are collected and burned with fire, so will it be the end of the age. The Son of Man will send his angels, and they will collect out of his kingdom all who cause others to sin, and all
many spirits,
and all evildoers. They will throw them into the fiery furnace, where there will be wailing and grinding of teeth. Then the righteous will shine like the sun in the kingdom of their Father. Whoever has ears ought to hear. The kingdom of heaven is like a treasure buried in a field, which a person finds and hides again, and out of joy goes and sells all that he has and buys that field. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like a merchant searching for fine pearls. When he finds a pearl of great price, he goes and sells all that he has and buys it. Again, the kingdom of heaven is a net thrown into the sea, which collects fish of every kind. When it is
music.
Okay, I'll do that next. When it is full, they'll haul it ashore and sit down to put what is good into buckets. What is bad they throw away. Thus it will be at the end of the age. The angels will go out and separate the wicked from the righteous and throw them into the fiery furnace, where there will be wailing and grinding of teeth.
Stephanie.
Damn, someone's gonna get thrown into the fire today? Or something? Or someone did? Or Spirits on music, so I'm gonna look a song up. Okay, I'm gonna get my Spotify. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Spirit, please play the song you want us to hear to help us know the message. Me Too by Griff. There was something so bitter and gold in my eyes then, like a lucid dream, like a rosy tint on a glass lens. And I thought I would be oh so whole again. And what a time we had. I drunk the drinks, I shook the hands, and I believed the plan. But it broke my heart in a million ways. Then I fell apart in a foreign place. Hi, honey. Good morning. Thanks for being here. God woke me up at 4:44. I tried to get on as soon as I could. And all I want to do is find a way back to you. Because I miss me too. And the empty lanes that I would chase for miles. Because I felt something. I felt alive. I miss me too. I miss talking to the bathroom floor. I miss staring at the ceiling because it felt so tall. I miss sleeping to the sound of the kids next door. I miss me too. And there's something so bitter and cold in the air tonight. So if time is a healer, is there a waiting list I can find? And what a time we had. I drank the drinks, I shook the hands, I believed the plans. But it broke my heart in a million ways. Damn. And just repeats that. That's pretty deep. So this person says, I miss me too. So they must have lost themselves in some way, drinking the drinks, like a lucid dream they were in. A rose colored glasses, and I thought I would be whole again. We had a time, I drank the drinks, I shook the hands, I believed the plan. So this person was going by some kind of plan that they thought was going to make them whole again. And they believed it and they went through with it. And it ended up breaking their heart in a million ways because they had rose-colored glasses on. They were living in a dream. Now they just miss even the bathroom floor. And they lost themselves somehow. Damn. Spirit, what you got me doing out here? Wrong? Okay, then. Well, the Bible talked about the new age and all the sinners. Oh, so okay, I gotcha. So this person sinned. There could be multiple people. The Bible said there's multiple people. They're sinned and evildoers. So there must be some kind of reaping, or God's collecting heads. It's collection time. All right, Spirit, what will you have us know? What is the messages? How can I be of service? Spectrophotometry. Spectrophotometry. I don't. Home.
Wrong. Memory.
Someone's having a memory. I don't know. It's early, Spirit. Give me a break. It's early. It's early, but I'm so blessed to be here. I'm very grateful to be able to give the messages. I'm so grateful for my psychic gift. Thank you so much for showing me how to use it to be of service. I'm born a psychic. I was born psychic. My whole childhood I was psychic, and I just now 4 years ago, decided to honor it through the help of my spirit guides, and they've been teaching me how to use it in real time. We capture that on TikTok if you want to see our ascension process through our shamanism and our mediumship. I do that on TikTok, and on YouTube we do psychic development in real time with the help of my spirit guides and God. I'm an Oracle number 36 of the High Divine Order. chosen. Everyone can be chosen. You just have to clear your field. We teach you that on Spirit News, okay, on Spotify. All right, I think that should be good. All right, Spirit, please tell us what you want us to know. What's the current energy? Sun splendor. Sun splendor. Riding off in the sunset. Closing a chapter. Ending a cycle. Douglas.
Shadow.
Hey, Susan. Thanks for being here. Good morning. Gonna have a magical day today because everything works out for us and we're truly blessed and loved. I see two birds. I see two birds flying off into the sunset. Yes! I love it. Love the energy. Yes, we're gonna have a fantastic day. So God is good. It's a good day. Riding off into, I don't know, someone's leaving, someone's taking off, someone's 11, someone's trying to take off. Someone's trying to leave. But the rainbow has no color, and there's a gold pearl. There's two gold pearls. There's a really big one. Spirit said Shadow Douglas died in field. Someone might be passing away. This pearl up here, it's next to heaven, this looks like heaven to me. And they're looking over there's a big, I don't know if that's the sun or a giant pearl. It looks like a giant pearl. It's got shine on it. I think someone could be passing away, or someone passed away. Maybe their Spirit said 11 when I said that. So someone may have passed away. They're looking over 3 people. Benevolent guide.
Thrills.
Spirit says thrills, which reminds me of the song. This person... Camouflage. Oh, because either this person's leaving, trying to take off, and they're camouflaging themselves. Like maybe they're dyed their hair, or maybe they're changing their appearance in some way because they're going to take off. They're going to take off and leave. I don't know why though. Because of their sins. Because the thrills, they were sinning. The Bible said that evildoers are going to be captured like fish in a net because something they did. So they might be taking off. And Spirit said Douglas. Yeah, they might be trying before the smoke show happens because they don't want no smoke. They don't want no smoke. They could have curled. They might be taking either they're gonna unalive themselves or they're taking off. I don't know yet. This Spirit said camouflage when this one came up, so I think they may be trying to take off, and there might be 4 people protecting them or helping them escape or get away, or that are helping them get out of town, get out of Dodge. This looks like they're riding off into the sunset or trying to. but there's no color. This could be the person riding off into the, like, there's no color in the rainbow though. So okay, no color in the rainbow. This is the person that did evil. Okay, so they're running away, and then people who are, I don't know, they're running away from 2 or 3 people because they don't want no smoke. They don't want to face something. They don't want to be captured. They don't want to. They're trying to run away from their problems. They created some kind of smoke show, and now they can't handle the heat. They can't handle the heat. You know what? It might be too early for me to do symbology. I might need just some good old words. You know. Okay, Spirit, please tell me more. What do we need to know? Distorted. Yeah, this oh, okay, this person's a distorted bee, so they're an evil bee. They're an evil biatch. Biatch. Tell the flight attendant your monkey is CPR certified. Yeah, they're gonna take a flight. Like a bee. Oh, that's why they're in the sky. They're gonna try to take a flight because they don't want no smoke. So they had a flight ready. Write an inspirational halftime speech for the Super Bowl. They may have left a letter or some kind of note behind saying, you know, I didn't mean to sin. I didn't mean to chase cheap thrills. I didn't mean to break your heart. Something like that. Dear John letter. Describe the Roman Empire because they were a tyrant. They were some kind of evil tyrant. Write the plot for a Christmas movie. There's some kind of evil tyrant that wants to, that's like discovering the error of their ways. They want to be gone until Christmas or something. The song said time. Does time heal wounds? Is it true that time heals wounds? They could possibly want to go and then come back or something. They could have to, but that's delusions of grandeur. Benevolent guide. It's like two opposites. Benevolent guide and describe the Roman Empire. I think this person is realizing the error of their ways now when it comes time to face the smoke, but they're not going to face it. They're going to run away. What did you say when your neighbor asked for their tools back that you've had for years? They probably, because they told their neighbor that they're leaving, and their neighbor's like, well, can you at least give me my tools back? Explain the feeling of an arcade. It's under the smoke card. So this person may be trying.
Probably not.
Okay. Well, I don't think this person's gonna. Spirit's saying this person can run, but they can't hide. You can't escape your fate. What's the most embarrassing thing that happened on your birthday? They were living this life of sin or something. A rhythmic life of sin, like it was clockwork. Sin, 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 sin. Just everything they did was against God, and so it was the Roman Empire. He was a tyrant. They were a tyrant. I don't know if it's a male or female. It was a tyrant. Explain why you got fired from your job. Yeah, this person's is losing everything because they have to face the music about some kind of evil doing they did. But they're not the only ones. There could be multiple people facing the music. Warn someone that there's a swarm of bees coming for them. And I have this benevolent guide, and camouflage came up when this card came up. So this person may have more. This person can't escape their fate, is what's happening. They can't escape their fate. They can't escape what God has for them because they sinned against God. The passage in the Bible said it's reaping season. It's time to face. They created smoke, but now they don't want no smoke. But God said it He can't. Describe a painting to a blind person. This person doesn't have God in their life, so they don't understand the way God works and the way, I guess, karma is dished out, because it's the end of a cycle. And so it's harvest season for karma and dharma. Hey, Boyer. So this person has caused so much chaos and like a Roman Empire, like destruction, mayhem. Write a jingle for a store that's prison. They're going to go to prison. They can't escape going to prison, whether they run away or not. You go to the airport, your flight's going to get canceled. You run away, the cameras are going to see you. There's just like too many. This person can't escape their fate. Tell your neighbor you ran over their family pet. They could be getting rid of their pets so they don't have to take care of their pets. They're trying to run away. Where are they going? What do they think? What do they do? What did this person do?
Unmistaken.
An unmistaken sin over and over again, like rhythmically. Explain the city to a blind person. Something about a painting and a city. They may have done something in the city with a painting or something. Please tell us more. What did this person do? Oh, I'm sorry. Tell someone to quiet their kids down at the movies. They could be potentially trying to take their kids out of town. They're trying to pack up something they did to their kids. They make an excuse to get out of plans and made in advance. Yeah, this person did something to their kids that they don't want anyone that they don't want anyone to tell, because it must have been a sin. They must have sinned against their kids, and they can't make an excuse now or escape out of. They can't make an excuse out of their plans. They did something against their kids. Describe something that scared you as a child. They may have done something to their kids that was done to them. They're repeating a cycle. They repeated some kind of cycle that was done to them onto their kids that was a sin. So now they're trying to escape because they don't want to face their fate, because they don't want no smoke, because they ran the Roman Empire. They were a tyrant. They were evil. Write a review for a toilet plunger. But they're stuck. They're stuck. They have to face. Try to find me. This person's escaping. Tell your child that their fish died. They may have told the children that someone died. Or maybe maybe they're going to unalive themselves when they try to run away and the flight gets canceled and they realize that there's nowhere to run. What's the best part about kindergarten? That's the third reference to a child. This person did something to a child because of their childhood wound. They repeated a cycle, and since the cycle started over, and they didn't learn the lesson clearly. They didn't learn the lesson before the cycle ended. So because of that, they're going to repeat a cycle. So they're running away because they're a child. They're immature. And they are a tyrant and they're evil, apparently. The tagline to your new cooking show is martyred. This person, wait, let me make sure what martyred means. I always get confused about what martyred means. Martyred. Is that a person having been martyred? Of an attitude or manner showing exaggerated suffering to obtain sympathy or admiration. Oh, the new tagline for your cooking show is martyred. This person is trying to exaggerate their suffering to obtain sympathy or admiration. So they think they might be telling the kids some lies to make the kids, because they're leaving the kids. Either they're leaving the kids or taking the kids with them and making themselves a martyr. Are they taking the kids with them? Let's see. Oh, you know what? Teresa. Spirit said Teresa, Douglas. Curiouser and curiouser. I think this person's going to unalive themselves. Doesn't that look like drugs and alcohol and mushrooms? And the clock in the background. Oh, shit. Well, this person might be doing the same thing. Or I'm reading your energy. I'm sorry to hear that, Susan, but he deserves to go. That's horrible. Curiouser and curiouser, discovery, inquiry, weirdness, curiosity. I think this person might be trying to unalive themselves, but they might not have done it right or something. Doesn't this look like the hand of God? God might be stopping this person. God might, I don't know. This person's going to unalive themselves because they did something to children that was done to them, and they don't want to face it. They don't want to be embarrassed. They can't handle what they did. They're too embarrassed to face it because everybody's going to know if they face it. If they get arrested, everybody will know. They'll have to face time in jail. You know what they do to child molesters in jail. They don't like child molesters in jail, in prison. All must have prizes. Yep. No matter, even if the prize isn't fun, you gotta pay the price. You pay in the end. Not so? Okay, let me see. They hear you. Oh, okay. Let me clear the field because we got some interference. This person has a salt shaker in their hands with a grain of salt in it. What's that saying about a grain of salt? I'll take it with a grain of salt. I don't know why my brain is like not comprehending that saying. Taken with a grain of salt, because I'll take his actions with a grain of salt. Trying to please everyone, it says. And the song was had rose-colored glasses on. This person may have had some kind of drug addiction or some kind of addiction that altered their perception, that made them not able to face their childhood wound, which has to do with children. They may have been molested as a child and didn't want to face it. So now that it's time to face the music, they might not be able to. It's pretty cut and dry. I mean, we got what they did. We got that they're leaving. This happened a few years ago, and yes, I agree with you. More and more people are being seen for their terrible actions, disgusting changes to the poor child for life. It's hard.
Parakeets.
Well, you know what? I was molested as a child, and she can heal that wound with your help, and you just let her know that's not her fault, and that it wasn't anything that she could have changed. It wasn't, the person was sick, they have a sickness. The molestation one's hard to get over. I just got over it now at, I got, when I first started my shamanism is when I got to a place where I was healed enough to look at it. And that's what spirit does. If you ask them for help, help you to they help you to retrieve the fragments of your soul that people took through heartache and pain. And then when you get to a place of wholeness, then it allows you to look at the wound. And if you can do that for your child at a young age, she can really it won't affect her. But remember, we're all on our own journey, and without certain things that happen, it forges us in a fire, And so even my children had the same thing happen to them. So luckily I went through it, so I know how to, I have an idea of how we can heal it. And you just have to ask God for help and ask your spirit guides, and they'll give you ways to heal it. Yes, that's beautiful. Yeah, at least she has you. We got to look at the joy of the situation. And I'm going to say it, and I hate to say it, this person isn't, they were in pain too. They were once a child that got abused, and they grew up, and instead, they didn't have someone to guide them or to help them talk about it. And so they repeated a cycle. And that's what's really sad about it. That's why we need to understand ourselves and our traumas, because then we project that pain onto other people and our own children. We repeat the cycle. It's very odd, and then this person lived in that energy. They committed many sins, like the Roman Empire.
Sanctified.
And so we have to remember that we're all children once, and we were all helpless and at the whim of people we cared about. Toxic parents. That's right. Toxic parents. So as much as, this person, it's like, how do you face going to prison when you're a child molester, and then you got to register as a sex offender, and your life is pretty much over? So might as well, I mean, I don't know. It's like, what do you do? I have no idea. I don't, I'm trying to put myself in other people's shoes, and some tough shoes to fill. But all must have prizes trying to please everyone. This person grew up in a toxic mindset of fear.
Happy.
This person was molested as a child and grew up fearing their parents and trying to please them. And so it got them into acting out of toxicity. And they became curiouser and curiouser, and didn't do a self-discovery. They didn't do a self-inquiry. They didn't do self-curiosity. Instead, it just turned into weirdness. And they repeated a cycle that their parents couldn't break their generational curse. But they get to do it next time. They get to do it next time. Thank you for talking about it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's tough to talk about. People don't like to talk about sexual molestation. I had a ritual abuse done to me by my mother and her coworkers when I was very young. They were in some kind of cult or something. So I definitely have had that wound, but I chose not to repeat it. I chose not to repeat the cycle, and that's really what it's about. We have to learn that we don't repeat it. We do the opposite. If it was done to us and it made us feel unsafe, then we do not want to make others feel unsafe. That's what we have to learn from our traumas, to not inflict them on other people. So this reading's pretty cut and dry. I thank you so much. Yeah, let's say a prayer for her. Let's say a prayer for all the trauma that was inflicted by parents. Let's say a prayer.
Slanders.
Let's say a prayer. Oh wait, I'm gonna say a prayer and then I'll keep going a little bit more because Spirit just said slander. So, Spirit, give me a prayer to say. Mighty and wonderful are your works, Lord God Almighty. Righteous and true are your ways, O King of the nations. Who would dare refuse your honor or the glory due to your name, O Lord? Since you alone are holy, all nations shall come and worship your presence, and the mighty deeds, and your mighty deeds are clearly seen. I bear with everything for the sake of those who are chosen, so that they too may obtain the salvation that is in Jesus Christ, together with eternal glory. The saying is trustworthy. We have died with him, we shall also live with him. If we persevere, we shall also reign with him. Amen. So, something about slanders. Tell me more about slanders. What is your biggest cooking fail? This person may have tried to spread rumors and slander. They may have tried to create some kind of smoke show to divert attention away from them. Who was the more difficult child? This person, because they got sexually molested. They were a tyrant. Who spends more time looking at themselves naked in the mirror? This person, because they were a tyrant. This person probably has a distorted view of themselves, and they couldn't take the name being slandered or ridiculed. So I thought Spirit was going to say a little more, but I think it's pretty cut and dry. Who is the nicest person? Me! This person tried to make themselves look like they were this great, outstanding person that when they looked in the mirror, they could really be proud of what they see, but they just couldn't because over time their childhood wound got bigger and bigger and bigger, and then they were doing drugs and alcohol, and so it just became more weird and weird, more curiouser and curiouser. Describe a time gender roles stopped you from doing something you wanted to do. They perhaps could have wanted to be gay or wanted to be transgender. Maybe they identified as another gender, but they held themselves back, probably from child molestation. It confused them. They grew up as a confused adult and was the most difficult adult. What attribute do you find most attractive in a person? Toxicity. This person wanted to appear like an outstanding citizen that they looked in the mirror, was proud of, who's the nicest person. They may have been because they were confused about their gender. What comical problem do you have going on in your life? This person is faced with going to prison or unaliving themselves, and they're stuck at a crossroad right now because they don't want to unalive themselves, but they don't want to go to prison. Spirit, how can we guide this person? How can we guide this person to what they should, the right thing to do is? Wrong? Spirit's like, don't guide them.
Frequencies.
I think either way, it's going to be something they have to face, whether the choice to unalive themselves or a choice to go to prison, both are punishments that are going to be rightfully so. When did you fail at something that at first seemed super easy?
Yes, you will.
That's gross, man. They started doing something they shouldn't have been doing because it was easy, but now they're regretting it. What do most people think is true about you but isn't? Nobody knows that this person's a child molester. Who would excuse me. Who would accidentally kill a plant? This person probably kills every plant they come into contact with because they're unbalanced and unhealed. They're disconnected from earth, they're disconnected from their higher self. Their higher self might want to redo. Sometimes when the flesh has committed so much sin, and the higher self will leave the body. It's like, I give up because this person's not listening to me. The soul will just leave the body and it'll just be a vessel. And that's kind of what this is. This person's done so much evil, probably other things other than child molestation, that they kill every plant they come into contact with. And they present themselves in the reflection as a nice person, but really they're the most difficult child because they failed. They failed their soul's mission. They didn't listen to their soul. This person thought that sinning was a good thing. They were happy to do it. It was something they thought was fun, and they must have thought there was no repercussions or something because of what happened to them in their childhood. They're like, well, if that's the worst thing that could happen to me, then I can do whatever I want, because they were severely traumatized as a child, abused over and over again sexually, clearly. What's something you wish and learned earlier in life, that you can heal your trauma? You can definitely heal your trauma and not operate in this, but they didn't know that, and so their soul left their body, and now even their soul doesn't want them. Who is the most likely to have a live, laugh, love sign in their home?
Charles.
There's a Charles.
In the front.
If you need a sign to remind you to live, laugh, and love, then this person needs it, because that's why they feel so yucky, why they feel like empty, because like the song said, let me look at the song again, because they're an empty vessel. That's how much this person has sinned, that their soul didn't even want their body no more. I miss me too. I believed the plan, but it broke my heart in a million ways. That says to me, this person, every time this person committed a sin, that's a fracture on their soul that takes a piece of their soul away. So this person is a completely fractured person to the point where they don't even have a soul anymore. Something happen where they might not have a soul anymore. That's why they feel empty. I fell apart in a foreign place. I miss me too. Well, how can this person unfuck themselves? How can they unfuck themselves? Spirit, please give us a message for how this person can unfuck themselves. Shift your thinking, embrace the uncertainty, meet it head on, cherish it, enjoy it. Whatever happened is meant to happen. I love you guys. I hope this helps. Thank you for sharing. Love you.